Hello and welcome to the 93rd episode of the But I'm Knitting podcast. My name is Ramona. I'm a knitter from Toronto, and welcome to my corner of the crafting world. I'm doing this about a couple of hours before I have to go into work, so I'm hoping I can get everything done. If not, it's going to be re-recorded and you guys won't know. So today, hold on, I just realized I left my phone and that had important information on it, or at least a guideline as to how to keep me in check. One moment, please. Okay, and we're back. So I just got my phone because I have my notes on it as to where I'm going. I decided I would try to be somewhat organized. So today, first things first, I got no FOs. I did not finish anything. Even though I should have been able to finish something, I didn't finish anything. But let's just go on to my works in progress. So the first thing I'm going to show you is my 4 Fox 6 sweater by Max Sear. It's not done. I'm a good chunk of the way through the first sleeve. Let me put that here. Stay. Yeah. So, last time you had seen it, I was probably right about to bind off. Hold on. Excuse me as I get all tangled. I was close to binding off for the hem of the sweater. So, it was actually a little bit further up, but I forgot to move my stitch marker. So I finished binding off the bottom of the sweater, and then I started on the sweat of the sleeve. So that's where I am now. This is still the first sleeve, so I'm working on my decreases still. And once I finish the first sleeve and the second sleeve, well, then I just got the collar and I'll be finished. And I think what kind of makes me not really want to work on it, because I have like, you've seen my from previous episodes how many sweaters that I plan on doing in my collection of socks over that I plan on making. The problem is the indigo comes off of my hand and it drives me up the wall. I don't like that. I do not like that at all. So, but that's where I am on this sweater. It's not done, but it's close. I won't give up on it. I will get this thing finished. So I'm just going to try and somewhat neatly stuff it back in the bag without losing my spot on there, on my needles, because I don't want to have to pick up stitches again. I think I've had to do that a couple of times without paying attention on different projects. Okay, so that one's done. Not worrying about that, so I'm just throwing it over here. Oh, the yarn that I'm using is from Cabin Boy Knits for the main color. Like, the color is gorgeous. It's just the fact that it's the nature of indigo. That's what it does. Same thing when you buy like indigo jeans. Same thing it does. The color comes off in your hands. For the colorwork portion, which I didn't actually show on today's episode, it's from Lichen and Lace. It's their a rustic sport base. That's what that one is. Okay, so next thing in my golden hour bag, I made good progress on my socks. Not that one. We will start with this one. So last time you had seen, I was there for the first sock. Is it too blown out? Hold on. It looks too blown out now. Okay. So that's where I was for the sock. I had finished the heel and I'm maybe about a third of the way through the foot. So I finished the foot and then I cast it on the second. I am a few rows away from putting in the heel on this one. So the yarn from this one is from the Cozy Knitter in the colorway The Golden Hour. So even though I say it every time, I'm not going to give away any of my socks by the Cozy Knitter. I'm going to keep them for myself. My aunt got the last pair that I made. So I'm trying, you know what, I'm going to stop making promises and just see what ends up happening. So that's what this is. I'm just doing a plain vanilla. I am using a size 0 US. These ones are Xiaogu. Apparently my new love for socks is going back to magic looping. I have DPNs. I don't know where half of them have gone to, but I'm using magic loop. So that takes care of that one. So that is it for my works in progress. I'm gonna toss. Okay. So my next thing, my new cast on. I've made it quite far in this new cast on. So I cast it on May what? I can't remember. It was like maybe about 3 weeks ago. It was a cast on for the Knitting Loft because everybody seemed like they wanted to do the Love Note sweater. And I got my kit and my own like little homemade kit, and I cast it on. You want to know how far I've made it? And then, is this the back or the front? It's a little bit tangled in on itself. Okay, this is how far I've made it. So I am currently working on the ribbing at the bottom of the sweater. I'm only on my second ball of each of the yarns because I'm doing this with hold on, let me take this out from here. I'm doing this with Mondim, Retrosaria Mondim, in the colorway 101. It's basically bright orange. And my mohair, because yes, I am using mohair. This one is by Lichen and Lace. Did I take the paper and save it? I was supposed to have. I don't know where it went to. Every time I look for it, I can't find it. Oh no, but I have my thing here. Nope, that's not for it either. That's for a different item. Dang, I don't know where the paperwork is for it, but it's a mohair by Lichen and Lace. And yeah, I'm really liking it. So that is what I've been working on. I'm slowly working my way through. I don't think I'm going to have to go into my third ball of Mondim. So currently, hold on, don't get tangled. I discovered these wonderful things thanks to the Knitting Loft podcast. Maria was talking about sleeve holders. I didn't even know such a thing existed. So basically, as soon as I found out and I was putting my order in for my yarn, I made sure I got to. So it will hold it on, it's like a half a needle. So it holds it on there. So I just have to knit it off as opposed to having to pick up stitches when it's on a waste yarn. So I got 2 of those, and that's wonderful. I'm loving this. Yeah, I think I can get this one done pretty quick. I'm not going to go for full-length sleeves. My plan was to do it like just down to the elbow. That's how far I wanted it to go at most. I had promised my aunt I was going to knit her a sweater for her birthday, but I told her it's going to take a while before that happens. I can't remember why, because I think there was something I was going to make before, and then afterwards I was going to, and then I said I was going to do it. It's going to be my next sweater because I was working on my for Fox's sake. And then afterwards COVID happened, which made it a bit more difficult. And then I was waiting specifically for a book, which the loft had run out of. But I can't, she doesn't sell the book online. It's not sold online. The patterns are not available on Ravelry. I've looked. So I asked my aunt if she wanted something else. And I showed her my sweater, like a picture of a finished version of the sweater. And she said, no, I don't want that. She didn't want the lacy stuff. I'm like, okay, all right, fine. So we were going through the different ones because she wanted a cropped sweater. So I'm like, yes, thank God. She's tiny and she won't use up as much yarn too. So, but here's the thing. I put up a picture of my sweater that I was working, and I was probably about halfway done with the body, and she looked and was like, I really like that. That's what I want. So I eventually will have to go to the store to go buy the blue version of this yarn. I had it as an option. It was one of the colors that I was going to do, but Maria, sweetheart that she is, she told me that I could tell her which yarns I was looking at, what colors I was looking at, and she'll pair them together to let me see, and I went with the orange. So there's a blue one, and they're both and the blue mohair was, I think, by Lichen and Lace, and it was basically the same thing, and it was a blue Mondim, and that's what I'm going to use for hers, because she really likes the color blue. So that will happen after. I would still actually have to go to the store or do an order for that. But yay, that part's done. Or it's not done, but I know what I'm doing. Hold on, I gotta log back into my phone. It logs me out after a while. Okay, so let's go on to my stash enhancements, because I do have a few stash enhancements. So during this whole quarantine thing, I've been going kind of nuts with online orders for yarn. And a lot of it has come from Area 51. I've gotten yarn I got other things from her before she became Area 51. And this is just when she made yarn bags. And then she transferred over to Area 51. It took me a while to realize, I'm like, who is this Area 51 showing up on my phone? And then I realized who she was. I'm like, oh, okay, great. So she started making yarn, and she does primarily self-striping from what I see. and I love it. So let me show you some of the stuff I got. I can't show it to you all because some of it, I'm trying to keep it as a surprise for myself. I'll explain it to you later, but let's go with the stuff that I can show off. So, we'll start with this one. I got a skein of yarn. This is a self-striping. This is called Baby Yoda Frap, if you can see that. So I got one skein of that. It's one skein of everything. So this one is Rainbow Sheep. Self-striping. Next one, put you down there. This one is My Favorite Rainbow. And this one is called Scrum Diddly Umptious. I was looking forward to this one when she first put it up on Instagram, because I love Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, mostly due to the books and the first movie. The second movie doesn't really do it for me, but I always thought that it was a great movie. So with this, she also sent a bag with Oompa Loompas on it. So that came together as a set, all right? And then with those yarns, because I ordered them in like sets of 2, she gave 2 mini skeins in these colors, because I did 2 separate orders, and I guess she just decided to give them to me, 1 in each package. So it's a purple at the bottom, pink at the top. I haven't decided what yarn they're going to go with. It may go with more, depending as to how much I can get out of this for heel cuffs and toes for these socks. All right. These are all like gently piled like right in front of my desk. All right, so the next thing, I can show you parts of it. I didn't order, she had a Christmas in July. Was it a sock club? No. It says 2020 Christmas in July Advent Calendar. So what I had gotten in this was a sock bag, or sock pouch is what she calls it. I got stitch markers, or progress keepers. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think this is a little clippy thing. I'm not exactly certain what that is, or if I just dropped that from somewhere, but I threw it in the bag. I think that's right. And hold on, I got to take these out of the bag to show you. Oh, it's more than I thought, because I didn't really look that deeply into it. So, one progress keeper, a little sheep. You can see that. A plant, looks like some kind of a succulent. Does it say something on one side? Yeah, it says sunny day. I didn't even notice that. See? I got a, come on, open up baggie. Might be easier to just do it this way. I also got another sheet. Can I turn you? There you go. I got a skein of yarn. A llama. And what is it called? A spinning wheel. So those are all the stitch mark or progress keepers that I got. I love progress keepers, so I was like real happy to get those. So let me put those back in the bag so I know where they all are, because I know myself, I will lose them very easily. Okay, I got, oh, whoopsie. I got the bag for the Christmas in July. That's the easy part. And then, it's like everything wants to fall today. Put those there. Sorry, I prepped myself with needles. There is a reason why I need this many of them. I just need somewhere to put them so I don't forget. I'll put you there, please. Don't get. 'Em. tangled and lost. I forgot. Take this one out. that one out. So, inside here are 2 matching skeins of yarn for July. So my plan was I was going to wait until the beginning of July to cast this on. So there are 2 matching skeins in it, and I only peeked at it. That's just because I wanted to put it up on Ravelry. There's no picture on Ravelry with it. I just want to put up the name of it so I can say that, yes, this is in my possession. So there's that. And then I also got a bunch of mini skeins that are, I don't know if you can see it, that are all boxed inside of there. So I plan on opening them one day at a time. No, what day? It's 7, 6, and you are 12. So I'm planning to open them one day, and every day adding on a new skein. So the plan was to do, that will be my socks for July. So do which one? I was going to do the mini skein one in tandem, so 2 different needles to do that, and then do the Christmas in July Advent skein. I was going to do that two at a time socks is what my plan was for those. So I'm just going to put those in there. So I have it sitting down there. I got just under a month to get going on that. I have my needles put aside for that. I actually think I have more than I need to. I'm not certain why I took an extra one. Maybe it was just to say, yeah, I have yarn needles just in case so I know where to look for when I need them. So I'm planning on doing them all in the 1 US with Xiaogu. Yeah. Plan was 1, oh, no, I got 3. Yeah. So I got 1 higher sharp, 2 Xiaogus. One of them is really, really long, perfect for 2 at a time socks. So that is what I will be doing. That's what I'll be knitting in my month of July. So I feel like I need to hurry up and finish off my sweater before then. And work on other stuff as well so I can get to clear up some space for those. So that is everything, I believe, for Stash Enhancement. Life-wise, it's crazy. Still working retail, and these times, like, my store has never been closed. It was closed to the public for a little bit. But now it's open again, and there are a lot of people coming in, a lot of people shopping. But in general, it's been going okay. But that's going to be everything for today. Thank you very much for watching after I update it and I upload it. Have a good day. See you next time. Bye.